welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a team from the Big 12, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Horned Frogs will kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Steps away. Quarterback got it himself. Turning it on. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might as well give it to him again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Trying to make magic with his feet. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Fast start for the offense. Points on the board already.
And the coaches talked to us this week of how important it was to getting out to a fast start, and that was the key to winning the game. The offense definitely took that message to heart.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the 1st quarter with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. 1st quarter, you're going with the onside already there. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Snagged in the middle, it's McAllister. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
4th and a long way to go, but the offense is going to give it a shot. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
To the ground with the back. Nice move to keep running.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop in a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, he lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Complete out of the backfield. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Gonna run it. It's Payne. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. It's Hoover. Catch in the middle. It's McAllister. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Horned Frogs are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. And the Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. It'll be 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his big tight end. He goes out of bounds. He's a few yards short, and they'll have to turn the football over. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Using his feet to buy time. He'll try to do it himself. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
Great play by the defense. They're getting to the quarterback, knocking it loose, and falling on the fumble, and now they're giving it right back to their own offense right at the goal line.
Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Throwing right. Got his man. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. The Horned Frogs have moved it inside the 20. In the red area, it's Payne. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he added the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Corners are going to bail. To the air on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And you just got to wonder if the pass rush affected the QB's accuracy on that throw. He had his guy wide open in the end zone, but he had to throw it a split second faster.
He's taking the shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man on the right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Plows through the defense. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Bringing the heat.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback, and you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
And sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
Power football with the run. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Here's the handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks. The whole thought process is just get the ball back, and what will we do on offense? And the special teams takes care of that.
What a great job by the special teams unit, making a big-time play. Listen, the offense was going to get the ball, Reese. Yeah, I get you, but they got this taken care of. Take the punt return, make a few guys miss, take it all the way to the house. Really good execution in that punt return.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. It's complete to the left. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
And the Horned Frogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's McAllister. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Grabbed over the middle. It's McAllister. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Horned Frogs look to keep this drive humming. They go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
How nice is it in this offense to have a tight end like that guy that can come up with plays for you all over the field? We just saw the big third down catch. He set him up here in the red zone. I like going back to him, maybe lining him and flexing him outside, getting a one-on-one opportunity for him to use his size advantage.
Tight end finds a soft spot. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, TCU! A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, third down, fourth down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Catch in the middle, it's Bennett. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are.
Hauls it in, the first down and more. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
Second down, he'll throw it. Get it out on the screen. They've got him now, and he almost picked up that first down on the screen.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Wants to throw on third down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another playoff here in the third. They fought tooth and nail through three, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Throw toward the sidelines is caught, but he caught it out of bounds. It's it. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. A field goal attempt from here would be 54 yards. They'd love to pick up a few on third down. The throw. The short hands. It's Harbor. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a fourth and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, fourth down, offense has to make a decision.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Wide receiver going in motion. The give to the tailback. Pretty good job of running to get two there to the 32.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Payne. Turns it on in midfield. Open field on the right. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Off the RPO, complete. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
And they did tack on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. The defender was right there.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
He's going to run it. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. Here's a hit. And the rush will get to